Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and I can finally make a video about a Knicks game. We are back. The Knicks' first preseason game is officially wrapped up, and of course, we come out on top in this one. 125-104 is the final score over the Indiana Pacers. We saw Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier make their Knicks debut, and we saw this beautiful Knicks team finally out there in Madison Square Garden, coached by Tom Thibodeau, and everybody showed up and had a great game. It was a very balanced effort from every single player in the starting rotation and off the bench. There's a lot of optimistic, positive vibes coming off this first game from the New York Knicks in preseason. So before I hop into the video, I just want to mention, if you guys are new to Knicks Media, please make sure you smash that subscribe button. I got so much content all throughout the Knicks season. So if you guys are new, make sure you smash that sub button. And if you want to check me out over on Instagram and Twitter, that is at NYKnicks_media. And if you enjoyed the video, please do not forget to thumbs it up. With that being said, let's get right into the video. So it's been a long off season. We went through free agency, we went through the draft, we went through the summer league, we went through the first week of training camp, and now we finally get to see what this Knicks team looks like on the court. And it was honestly surreal because it was like the same exact team outside Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier, obviously, and without Elfrid Payton and Reggie Bullock. And it was so awesome to see all these guys back together. It just brought back the memories from last season and how special that year really was. And this team just looks so comfortable together. And granted, guys, before I get into the recap, obviously it's preseason. You can't read too much into it. Even if they lost, you can't read too much into it. Now that they won, we can't overhype it and think that it's guaranteed that they're going to be the first seed, even though it kind of looked that way. I'm just kidding, guys. But still, we saw a lot of great things from this Knicks team in the first preseason game. The one thing that I noticed as a team in general is they seem to play very well together. They already have good chemistry. The ball movement's there. They're playing on a string on defense. You know, Kemba Walker and Fournier, they look like they understand the system. They know what all the players like, because obviously we're going to have really good chemistry with Randle and RJ together. And the bench unit, of course, D Rose, Manuel Quickley, Obi Toppin, like these guys have played a lot of minutes together. Alec Burks, like they're used to each other. So that's a really good advantage. We have continuity going into the season with the Knicks. So that's really my first impressions on the team as a whole. They look fun to watch. They look like they were having a lot of fun together. They looked very unselfish. We got a really bunch of good highlights from each individual player. So now let's get into the individual performances. Starting off with our guy Julius Randle, the head of the snake. He finished with 20 points, 8 rebounds, 2 dimes, 7 for 14 from the field, 2 steals, and 1 block shot. Julius Randle, the one thing I noticed about him in this preseason game, and like he had the same exact play style last year, but I don't know why. It really just hit me in this moment. Like, Julius Randle is big. Like, he's a big power forward. What is he, 6'8", around that height? And he moves very fast. Like, he is sizing people up. He's quick, and he did this last year as well. Just, it really stood out to me in this first game for sure, because you can tell that he's in impeccable shape. When he rebounds the ball, he pushes it up the floor. He is all over the place. He can size you up. He had a crazy fadeaway contested shot at the buzzer to finish off the first half, I believe. Like, Julius Randle looks like he is in crazy shape, hitting awesome shots from mid-range, going to the rim, hitting those difficult three-point jump shots. We're expecting a big season from Julius Randle, because last year he had such a crazy season where it's like, okay, Julius, can you do that again? Can you get even better? What Julius Randle are we going to get this year? It's going to be really exciting to see. And he just looked like a guy that went out there, understood his job. He was a playmaker. He had put a lot of effort into it. And my biggest takeaway from Julius Randle is the shape he's in. He just looks like he's moving very fast. His dribble moves looks a little different. I saw him size people up, and I was like, whoa, okay, Randle, that was insane. Like, I feel like he is evolving his dribble moves, and I feel like that's what he worked on the most in the offseason, being able to size you up on the three-point land. So watch out for Julius Randle. I'm really excited, and I love what I saw from him tonight. Now let's get into RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett finished with 17 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 7 of 14 from the field, just like Julius. RJ was 3 of 6 from downtown. Love to see that, starting off right where he left off last year, and he had 1 steal. RJ, what I noticed about him physically, he kind of looks a little bigger to me. Very slight. I feel like he grew maybe not even an inch, but I don't know. He just looks a little bigger than me. But you can tell the game's slowing down for RJ. He's methodically driving to the rim. He's getting to his spots. He's pulling up from mid-range shots. He's hitting threes when people are in his face. Like, he is going to be a different player in year number 3. I really believe that. He just looks like he has so much confidence out there. Not that he never didn't have confidence. I feel like RJ's had confidence ever since he was a rookie. But you can tell that he he has a different feel to the game where he just understands what's coming. He knows what to expect from opposing defenses. He has a good feel for the game around him, and I just feel like this is a really good sign for RJ Barrett going forward. Just nonchalant, getting 17 points in the preseason opener. He was the second leading scorer for the Knicks last year, second leading scorer in the first game of the preseason, so we'll see if that will replicate itself. I love what I saw from RJ in this game, especially on the defensive end. We know that he's going to have to be stepping up with the loss of Reggie Bullock. He's going to have to be that guy to be able to lock down the best opponent that we are facing. Now let's get into Kemba Walker, the hometown hero. Kemba Walker makes his first start as a New York Knick in Madison Square Garden. It felt so good to see him out there. Like, just the first time, like literally when we lost the tip and then we got the ball and Kemba Walker's dribbling it up and I see him in a Knicks uniform, it was just a surreal moment for me. I was like, wow, Kemba Walker is a New York Knick, man. This is awesome. Like, the storyline behind it, being from the Bronx, like, you guys know the story, but it just felt different seeing Kemba wear that Knicks uniform, man. He went out there, he balled out in his first time being with the Knicks. 12 points, 3 boards, 4 dimes, 5 of 10 from the field, 2 of 5 from downtown. We see the creativity from Kemba Walker already. He's a scorer at will. He can size you up, step back threes. Like, are you kidding me? We just witnessed Kemba Walker hit a step back three-pointer in Madison Square Garden. Can you imagine what it's going to be like when that happens in the regular season? Kemba Walker looks like he is in great shape. He looks like he is in the right headspace. I feel like he has a good chemistry with his teammates already. I love what I saw from him driving to the rim. He hit RJ Barrett in transition for a beautiful contested three. I just loved what I saw from Kemba Walker. The crowd obviously loved everything they saw from Kemba. They were hyping him up. They were cheering him on. Kemba Walker, I'm so excited to see what you could do in the first season with you on the New York Knicks. Now to get into Evan Fournier, he made his Knicks debut as well. The biggest difference from Evan Fournier to Reggie Bullock is everything I talked about in the offseason. He could put the ball on the floor. He can create his own shot. He can drive to the rim, something Reggie Bullock lacked, and you saw that in this game. Fournier finished with 12 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 of 8 from the field. The one play that I really love from Evan Fournier, he drove to the rim, absorbed contact, finished at the rim. That was a very unique style. I feel like he has awesome touch around the rim, and he's just going to be a guy. And I also noticed he's playing that, 2-game with Julius Randle. And if you guys remember from last year, that was Reggie's guy with Randle. They always play back and forth. I think, so many Julius Randle assists last year came from Reggie Bullock. So expect Evan Fournier to be that guy playing the two-man game. They were, setting each other screens, going back and forth, and I feel like Evan Fournier did a really good job in his dynamic with Julius Randle, and the other teammates looked pretty good in their first game together. Taj Gibson got the start tonight at center. Mitchell Robinson still dealing with the sore foot, because they're playing it safe. They don't want to rush Mitch back. He's still recovering from foot surgery, and then Nerlens Noel's also out with a sore knee. That's just precautionary. So Taj Gibson got the nod, and he looked really good. Like, Taj Gibson, 37 years old. I'm so happy he's back on the Knicks this year. He's the OG. 14 points, 6 boards, 3 assists, 6 of 9 from the field, 1 block, 1 steal. He hit a 3-pointer. He was looking so good on the baseline, hook shots. The energy was there. Taj Gibson does not look like he's playing at 37 years old, and I love that he's back on the Knicks. I feel like that he is going to provide such a big impact on this team, and we have so much depth at the center position, because if unfortunately Nerlens and Mitch, one of those two were out, or both of them were out, I got full confidence in Taj Gibson to hold it down low for the New York Knicks. Now let's get into the bench unit for the Knicks, starting off with Derrick Rose. It was awesome to see D Rose back in action with the Knicks, of course. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 dimes, and he was struggled from the field in this game, 2 of 10. Derrick Rose, man, I'm so excited that he's back. He was the #1 guy in free agency that I wanted the Knicks to retain out of anybody, and I'm so happy he's back. He looks like he is in great shape as well, and he just turned 33, so happy birthday to Derrick Rose. Obi Toppin, he finished with 10 points, 5 boards, 4 of 10 from the field. He had some really good highlights in this one. At the end of the game, he crossed somebody up in the baseline. He went right to left and then immediately went to a spin move, finish at the rim. I was like, whoa, okay, we did not see Obi Toppin do anything close to that last year. That's a sign of confidence. That's a sign of, really opening up stuff that we have not seen from Obi Toppin so far. His ability to really put the ball on the floor, I feel like is going to separate himself from his rookie season. I feel like if he can get confidence of sizing you up, crossing you up, driving to the rim, post hook shots, backing you down. That's what's really going to make Obi Toppin take that next step. And of course, the shooting from the perimeter, but that's a given. Obi Toppin, I love what I saw from him. Emmanuel Quickley, he got a lot of minutes in this one. He finished with 10 points, 7 dimes, 6 boards, and a block, a near triple-double. Emmanuel Quickley finished with the most assists out of anybody in this game. True point guard, baby. I love that. Emmanuel Quickley got a lot of reps in the summer league, running the point, and I feel like that he looked more of the point guard off the bench. I know that Derrick Rose, it's hard to really say who's running the one off the bench. We know that it's going to be D-Rose and IQ in the backcourt, but in this game, it looked like IQ was running the one. I felt like D-Rose just kept giving the ball, and granted, it's preseason. You don't know what's going to happen, but I feel like that's what's going to happen all year long. I feel like it's going to be Derrick Rose running the point on a couple plays, IQ running the point on a couple plays when they're on the court together. I feel like that's a really unique dynamic that we have. We essentially have 2 point guards playing together. I know that IQ is not just a point guard, and that's what makes him so versatile. He can be a shooting guard. He's a great combo guard, and I love the dynamic of D-Rose and IQ off the bench. And then talking about Alec Burks, he came off the bench, looked great. It's awesome to see Burks back. 8 points for Burks. And then Jericho Sims, he got a lot of burn simply because of Mitch and Nerlens Noel being out. The rookie looked pretty good. We see that high flyer athleticism that's in him. He finished with 8 points. And then to finish off the game, we saw Deuce McBride, Kevin Knox, Quinn Grimes, all the rookies come in, and it was just a great time to watch the Knicks play basketball. It's been a long offseason. Feels good to be back talking Knicks with you guys. Let me know how excited you are about this Knicks game. Again, guys, it's preseason. We don't want to get too overhyped, but how can you not when you look at all these stats and you see the Knicks just blow out the Indiana Pacers in Madison Square Garden? Like, it's just awesome that we have this team that looks like they have really good chemistry. They're understanding what Tom Thibodeau's preaching to them, and they really have a good camaraderie together. And I feel like this is going to be a very special season for the New York Knicks, and I'm so excited to be on this ride with you guys. So guys, comment down below some of your takeaways from tonight's game. Like the video if you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Let's go Knicks, baby. We back and we here. Peace.